It's, what is it? It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday, April 27th, and you're watching The Great Lost Rewatch. Today we're talking about The Last Recruit. In the Sideways storyline, as predicted, our injured parties are all converging at the same hospital. Is this like her island self bleeding through into the Sideways world? I'm still incredibly curious as to how these two stories are related to each other. Saw Sawyer arrest Kate and he's taken her to the station and they kind of have a cute little flirty repartee and she says that she's not a murderer. Do we believe her? Maybe in the Sideways world she wasn't. We jump to Saeed. Sawyer gets him with the old trip him with the hose routine and he too is arrested. And then we have Claire who's looking into adoption for her baby and Desmond comes and intercedes and said you should really have a lawyer there on your behalf. And of course the lawyer is Alana. We have Jack and his son David going to the same law office, and is it just me or has David kind of done a complete 180 from really hating his dad to like loving and idolizing him super quickly? So it's clear that Desmond wanted Jack and Claire to meet, but it doesn't seem like either of them have, had flashes who is going to be Jack's constant, and I think it's the person that he's about to go operate on. I think it'd be super cool if Jack like fixed lock and he could walk again. The island, and we have the amazingness that is Jack and the Loch Ness Monster having a chat.
I don't have any idea what the hell you are.
Sure you do.
Now, does he just mean that he's the smoke monster and Jack's seen the smoke monster, or does it go deeper than that? And the Loch Ness Monster tells Jack that a person has to be dead before he can assume their form.
I chased my father through the jungle, my dead father. Was that you?
Yes, that was me.
This is the problem with getting any bit of information from the smoke monster. We have to debate, do we believe him or not? I think some of the time he was Christian Shepherd, like maybe when he led them to the water in the caves, yeah, maybe then Smokey was Christian Shepherd, but like we've seen Christian Shepherd off the island. Jack's seen him off the island, so that can't be Smokey because he can't leave the island. The Loch Ness Monster is getting ready to move his entire camp to Hydra Island. Sawyer then comes up with a quick plan. The Loch Ness Monster thinks that he and Kate are gonna go get the boat that Desmond used, the Elizabeth, to come pick up the people to take them to Hydra Island, but instead he's just gonna pick up Jack, Son, Hurley, and Frank at the Paula Ferry and take them over to Widmore's people, and they're gonna get off of the island using the sub. But Claire and Saeed can't come. They drank the Kool-Aid and they're not allowed. Claire knows that something's up, so she follows Jack and the others to the boat. She points her gun at them. She's like, I am not being left behind. Again. Kate slowly kind of reasons with her and convinces her to come along. I thought for a second there that Claire was going to shoot Kate. Jack says, this doesn't feel right. This feels like the last time I left the island in that I feel like I'm leaving a part of me behind. The Loch Ness Monster wants all of us to come with him off the island, so I think he's afraid of what's going to happen if we stay. Sawyer doesn't want to hear any of this and tells Jack to either shut up or get lost, and Jack quite literally jumps ship. While all of this is going on, the Loch Ness Monster has sent Saeed to deal with Desmond. Desmond says, if you're going to kill me, I think I deserve to know what you get out of it. And Saeed says,
the woman I loved.
And where is she now?
Dead.
This is kind of out there, so I realize how insane I sound, but Saeed never says Nadia's name. Wouldn't that be kind of like a switcheroo of the smoke monster to like bring back Shannon instead of Nadia? It'd be a way to get Shannon back on the show again. Saeed tells the Loch Ness Monster that he killed Desmond. I do not believe that for a second. Sawyer and the others reach Hydra Island and there is Zoe with Widmore's people and Jin. I missed the part where Zoe said on the walkie-talkie to turn off the sonic fences, and so Sun and Jin are like slowly running to each other to be reunited. And I am terrified out of my mind that they're going to be fried by that fence. I'm like, oh god, no, the fence is still on. You're going to die. But it wasn't on, and we finally get to see Sun and Jin reunited, and it feels so good. Seems to be that Widmore was conning Sawyer, never planned to get him off of the island, and has taken all of them hostage. Widmore's people starts the shock and awe attack on Locke's camp. The Loch Ness Monster picks up Jack and carries him to safety and says,
You're with me now.
This episode was called The Last Recruit. Who was the last recruit? I'm sorry this video is a little bit on the late side, but does it really matter since for some unfathomable reason Lost is a rerun this week? Liz, I know that you warned me that this might happen, but this seems like a really awkward place in the season to just take a random week off. But the new episode next week is called The Candidate, and it looks amazing. I think we're gonna finally find out who is supposed to be the new Jacob. So I'll see you guys then.
We're gonna need to watch that again.
I'm gonna go jump to my Sideways Happily Ever After where Lost is not a flippin' rerun!